Greetings everyone, and Great here for another HBars 3 replay. Spawn on the left side as the Blue Dutch. We have Mhongpa. I probably butchered that really bad. On the right side as the red Hasua, we have Vindian. Oh, let's see now if any of the players select any decks. We don't have a deck yet. And over here, or over there, we had no deck selected either, because most people select the decks when they get their first shipment. It's like, oh yeah, I should select my deck. Sorry about that, there's an aircraft flying over. This map has some Navajo, so it's like we're in North America. Some pronghorns as food. I don't know all the maps, I just know there's food in the field, and it is delicious. It's always tasty. Cards are now being collected on up. We do, of course, have village dogs being researched. Over here, we do have just more villagers, or should I, what they're called? Merchants, not envoys. Or envoys, the scouting unit. Villagers, merchants are the villagers that cost only gold. I wonder if there's any statistical difference. Nope, they appear to be exactly the same.
Claire.
See, no card selected just yet. When the first EXP or first shipment's available, then he'll go ahead and select it, very likely. Got a granary here to help collect up some of these pronghorns. And of course, he does have livestock on the market here. It has some cattle here. So there's a shipment available. Let's let him select it, and then we'll review how their home decks are coming along. He hasn't selected his own deck yet, so let's see the Hasua. Yep, we do have villagers queued on up. So far, let's see. Villagers. Delivers 3 villagers and a Sangha cattle. For some reason, I keep on getting the word cattle and castle mixed up when reading it. Villagers gather faster, particularly from natural resources. Very nice. But yeah, you can see here, it gets plus 50% from natural resources, but on those fields are only 5%. But it's 5% of all the various resources you could get as well. So in other words, good in early game, also in a super late game, but there's in Age of Empires 3, it's a nice thing about Age of Empires 3, there's a lot of resources in the field, more so than even Age of Empires 2, and especially more than Age of Empires 4. And now, let's see, the guy shipment here, he has gotten his own merchants, in the town militia. Let's just cover each player's decks a bit more, see what type of builds we can glean at. Got more villagers here. Wood, pikemen, infantry hit points, hussars, bank wagon, church upgrade, caravels. Caravels are good for both for hitting opponents' fishing ships they may go for, but they can also fish themselves, so they are a bit more safer than getting fishing boats. Because of course, in Age of Empires 3, you don't require docks to drop off the food at. Looks like red is eyeing for this trade post. Blue will spot it. It has been plenty of help to withstand torches. So you got wood, got an Hasua regiment, a shipment of blue guards from the homeland, enables them, and also enables their production at forts. Skirmishers, infantry combat, hussars, cavalry cavalry armored pistols. Versus cavalry and artillery. Cavalry combat, which increases cavalry attack and hit points. Fort wagon, fouillettes, slow, powerful ships resistant to building fire and contrarian units, so it's basically the galleon. And the balls neck mercenaries. Heavy cannons, bank point production increased by 25%. Does go and kill it off there, and it looks like blue will pick it up. Mhongpa, yep, Dutch. Try to steal that treasure from him. And let's see, ships of factory wagon. The envoy's scouting round. He of course can. Oh, yeah, he can punch stuff for 5 damage. And his opponent, let's see what cards he has. Got crate, influence crate. The Flanari archers, raiders. Lipid Knight, and also enables their production early, right? Ships 1 Lipid Knight per palace and 1 raider per war camp and watchtower. Okay, so that doesn't enable them. So that can give you a nice little cavalry armor if you go for a lot of wood for producing those structures. You do have all 3 trade posts being pulled out by red, so you will get a good amount of XP. The Dutch player may want to pull out some units there to start torching these down if he realizes it. The envoy is in the middle of the map right now. See, ships 1 Girat and University Builder for educational purposes, and increase the University Build limit. That's very nice. Palace of Armenia, which is going for right now, ships 1 Palace Wagon and tokens of influence in crates or sacks. Increase the Palace Build limit by 1. There's a number of Akin Musketeers. Enables them to be trained for war camps, and they have where they cost population, food, and coin, not influence. And it looks like the raiders do get pulled out from the town center, and so he's going for a bit of raid. We also have, of course, the Berber allies, cost influence. Good against a cavalry artillery. The form of light cav. More Berbers. Let's see. There's a Berber nomads, which actually are not villagers. I think they collect faster within groups. I remember that's their gimmick. Raiders not hitting these villagers. Raiders do bonus damage versus villagers, less damage versus heavy infantry. 1 villager does go down. You may need to pull out the middle. Oh no, he gets a quick spawn out of pikemen. And we've got a number of skirmishers on the field, but skirmishers are not the good item. You need musketeers rather than skirmishers in this case. Of course, he may not have access to musketeer now. Think about it, since he has to get Blue Guard as a deplorable unit. Does lose a handful of villagers there. He's down the same amount as his opponent. Let's see, ships a number of villagers and Girats. Crate, Lipid Knights, and cavalry with a lot of hit points. Hasua Emir Hero, and number of powerful range units, which is the Magigai, not Magudai. A number of raiders and Lipid Knights make the upgrades faster and cheaper. Kingdoms, native are mercenaries and outlaws are improved. Villages gain from mines and trees interface 30% faster. More Berber allies, an infinite 1,000 influence. Berber parade, and of course looks like more castles. Actually, coming up now, we've got quite a bit of force and fields, Flanari archers. Got a number of skirmishers, which will be very effective against those archers, but looks like getting overrun by the raiders. Raiders do less damage from heavy infantry, and I think the skirmishers are classified as that. Right now, it's hard to see. It does want Minutemen. I can't rotate the camera, I believe. Or that I don't remember on top of my head. Militiamen are now fighting away. He does have a number of banks on the field, 3 at the moment. We got more raiders being pulled out over here. And like some of these walls starting to get torched down. Militiamen push way forward. Getting a bit of damage there onto these javelin throwers, where our anti-light cavalry. More pikemen have been pulled on the field. They are classified as heavy infantry, so they'd be very good versus those raiders, such as those guys right there. Those raiders do in fact go down. Skirmishers are classified as light infantry, not heavy infantry. Musketeers are heavy infantry, skirmishers are light infantry. So those raiders would do regular damage versus them. Got a university out over here, another granary. He's starting to pull out this trading post. He could potentially go for the trade post countdown right now. The trade monopoly. I'm just going to view what's inside of the trade post, but I can't take a look inside of the structures. It's really annoying to me. If somebody knows a fix for that, let me know. Because I would like to see what they can pull out. Looks like all these trade posts will bring in tokens of influence, which allows him to bring his elite units. Trade monopoly victory. Build control 4. Build 3 out of the 5. I think it's like 500, 500, 500 resources. Not terribly expensive. Right now his opponent does have a small force on the field. Was contestable. We got a stable going up, as was another house. Looks like red is just eyeing for more influence. Let's go and switch one of them to a chest of coin, and now I do have the Moroccans being pulled on the field, as well as Flanari archers. Flanali? I can't pronounce any of these names, can I? Folani? Folali. Let's just go with that.
Ik voel me nu wat sterker.
Interesting enough, we don't see the Fulani cards like we usually see for the Hasua to go for like increased range and things of that sort. So he's eyeing, his build is eyeing for influence-based units rather than maxing out the Fulani archers. Does take out the kitty cat there. Trade post has gone down. Pikemen are classified as heavy infantry. We've got some javelin rivals here, which they do not do any bonus damage to them. And their range attack is only 10, so it's nothing too significant. And it's also range as well. So these pikemen only receive 9 range, or that's hand damage, not range damage. So they can go down after 12 throws. Not too. That's quite a bit. The Fulani archers, they do bonus damage to heavy infantry, as well as range shock and light range cavalry. We do not have commerce or fortress age for both players. We got more crates being brought on in. He could go for his blue guard, I think will be good, as well as a fort for defense purposes. He could go for the Navajo Riflemen. There are skirmishers as well. They cost 100. These skirmishers do cost more than 100. Looks like that trade post will go down. This one has been rebuilt. Red's now trying to put out these fires. His opponent's starting to throw. So we got a handful of root here out on the field as well. And the militiamen have been brought in as well. They're down to 1 health, of course. Macy engaged here. He's pushing forward with his cavalry, and he also has a scout here. He's currently camouflaged, designed for a counterattack. Fulani archers and javelin throwers are pushing their way forward. Their siege tactics is not too great, so the walls can withstand a bit of abuse. And blue is going to claim this trade for its own usages. We do got a decent defense force here of Routier and skirmishers. Fulani archer still poses a threat, and the javelin riders as well. He's not been playing out a raider, so he needs to stop pulling out the Routier, in my opinion. Got Geararts tuning the horns. This one time, maybe pull off on the pikemen as well. Going for skirmishers, and maybe if a blue guard wouldn't hurt. He does have a shipment available. He could go for the fort to help keep his area secure. The Dutch don't really have to push out onto the field as much thanks to their banks. So you could deploy out a fortress at home to keep the area nice and secure. You can also deploy out some Navajo riflemen if he so chooses. Research here is increased cavalry, infantry, and shock infantry hit points, so that wouldn't be half bad. His explorer will go down. Navajo workers also increase the work rate for mines and whales. All gold increase faster, or coin. So that's a pretty good research to go for. And the last one is livestock, which most people don't go for. The Geararts are, of course, a healing unit to help heal up these forces. Red has destroyed that trading post and is being immediately rebuilt. Or scaffolding just got pulled down. He pulled away his explorer. No population room. He's out of housing space. I can hear him spamming it, so I'll switch to the other player. Oh, he's pulling out more villagers. Right now he has 35. The Dutch has 29, but I think the economy is still better. The banks do provide excellent gold collection at a rate of 2.75 per second. A villager does not really exceed 1 per second, if I remember correctly. So these banks do provide quite a bit of resources over time. heard some gunshots there. Looks like took out the scout. Scout is dead. Not big surprise. Can't have people from Boston in this game. No. Now the trading post has been fully built there. It looks like it is bringing some coin as well as more cattle. Now, cattle drop-off is like a pretty good, powerful extra benefit. Sure, it takes a bit of time to fatten them up, but it's basically either free gold, free wood, or free food. Or, not necessarily free food, it takes time to collect it, but still, pretty good resource of food later on. Looks like we do have some fishing boats not being pulled up by the Dutch, designed for some fishies. At this point in time, it should be pretty safe. It is Age of Empires 3, Definitive Edition. We of course have the Explorer down south, currently living out on the ground. Both sides are being a little bit passive. It's probably going to come down to one final engagement, and whoever wins that engagement will probably win the game. If the Hasua player able to play around, oh, that's there's a castle, that's a university nearby. If he plays around the university, he should be in a good position. Does have some elite raiders on the field. They do have some good siege damage. Thank you. It is a very bad voice to like. I cannot stand my own voice. We do have, looks like the route here does go down. More route here being put on the field. Of course, an anti-cav tool, so there will be good versus the raiders as well as the javelin throwers. And we got a massive force pushing forward. He also deploys out some Bosnek mercenaries. Bosneks are, I think, a unique lancer. Yep, they are a unique lancer. Worth 350 gold each. Town center going up over here. Interesting. Can't say that's a great spot for a town center, but maybe he's just trying to use as a discount, or not even discount, outpost. I usually just buy them off of Steam. You may find them for cheap off for maybe off a Humble Bundle. Not sure. The Explorer, not at full health just yet. Sizable army, they're about ready to engage. The university does have all the scene. He's not sieging on the university just yet. He wants to keep his formation up and going. Dragon Riders, Lifted Knights, some Fulani archers. Sorry, can't be more help on that. And looks like this, maybe got a shipment of castles or builders. Oh, he probably built that to get the builders deployed out there. I forgot about that. Get the builder wagons. And now we've got a big wave of field guns, improved falconets. That should withstand. That can deal quite a bit of abuse to his opponent. The route here are anti-artillery tools, so he does have counters here. He does pull out his own falconets. Of course, they are weaker than field guns, and since field guns are the upgraded version. Elite Fulani archers here. Got some Erots. The field guns push way forward. The falconets push way forward. Field guns will fire first volley. No, they will not. They'll get deployed out there. Champion cab improvement there. Line for more village there. Dice starts sitting down the university now. And looks like I got some Berber allies being put on the field. And I may have lost network connection, so that's a bad time to lose network connection. Universe now seeing a bit of damage there. Oh boy. Just ignore that. I'll, of course, upload this to YouTube. Of course, if you hear me saying that, it's probably already on YouTube. Now it looks like the camel's now pushing way forward. Oh, errors occurred. Errors are popping up. Errors interrupting everything. Falcon that's pushing way forward. House is now in the seats here. Does get some Culverin on the field, but Culverin could get overran. Culverin will get overran there, so he will lose Culverin. Falcon has needed to start pushing way forward, but the Fulani archers over here. Skirmishers are hitting some of the sporadic units. He, of course, has about his militia. Some of the banks started going down. Falcon Nets trying to push forward to hit the Falcon Nets. Heroes are now tooting their horns. Skirmishers now engaging. Falcon Nets gets some great AoE damage to the red Falcon Nets, but blue's lost most of his because he had less of them. Skirmishers, Routiers fighting away. Now it's all tight in the big corner there. The Falcon Nets need to start, the Field Nets need to start hitting those Skirmishers. They're very, very bunched up right there. There's a good chunk of its army. Routiers still alive, being micro. Skirmishers standing, fighting. Some militiamen are still alive. He's down to 11, 10 military units. His opponent, the Hasua player, has 63. But it looks like the Dutch are just going to get overran. Falcon Net's still firing away. We've got now the Routier, more Routier being blown field. Got some skirmishers out in the field as well. He does have a ship available. He may want to go for Blue Guard. He has enough gold for that. Oh, he has not been spending his resources. That may have been a problem there. He was not spending his resources there, so he didn't pull out a large enough army. This is Anna Great saying, thank you for watching, and on to next replay.